Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Harleigh and I have been living in my very own flat for 1 year. Time has actually flown. I celebrated 1 year of ownership back in May, but May last year was obviously peak pandemic. My dad had the time to decorate whilst I had the luxury to continue living at my parents' house, so I didn't actually move in until the week before my 25th birthday last summer. I know the pandemic has caused everyone to lose all sense of time and space, but the fact that I've been living here for a year is absolutely crazy to me. Like the fact that, you know, paint is starting to scuff, little things are starting to happen, break, need replacing already, and it's kind of just dawning on me that this is my life now, like this is my stuff, these are my walls, this is my place. But anyway, I already have a video detailing the purchase process and all the financial details, and I have another one with homeowner bills and costs and all those kind of things. But in this video, for 1 year of living here, I just wanted to share 5 things that I've learned buying my first home. One thing that I didn't mention in my original video, but I have shared with friends and peers since, which has helped them out, is that you can make an offer and buy a property before it is ever listed online, before it is ever on Rightmove, Purple Bricks, even the estate agent's own websites. I saw this flat before it ever hit the internet and had already had my offer in and accepted before the pictures were even taken. The way that this is possible is by telling the estate agent honestly exactly what it is that you want. For example, I was looking in a very particular area and I noticed that a particular estate agent had kind of monopolized on this area. All the for sale signs I was seeing were this particular estate agent's brand. And if I'm noticing that from a buyer's point of view, then sellers are probably noticing that too, and are probably arranged to get pictures or, you know, meet with that estate agents before anyone else. I was very, very honest about my criteria with the estate agent, and I went on all the viewings that they possibly suggested, unless they were like just completely off. But when they described this property to me and they were like, it's 2 bedrooms, it's 2 bathrooms, and estate agents sound more excited than they really need to be. But I was like, okay, I'll be open to it. I'll go see it. I'll give it a chance. And here we are. Get in early, avoid competition, avoid a bidding war. Each month's mortgage repayment is not solely adding to your investment. After a year of ownership, which I mentioned was actually a couple of months ago, I received a mortgage statement. And this just looks like a normal bank statement and just shows you basically the breakdown of all your payments. And it showed me that although I was making one lump sum payment to my mortgage every single month, that the payment itself was actually being split down, which worked out around 2/3 to my repayment, so the equity and my personal investment, and then around 1/3 was actually only going to cover the interest. There are various mortgage options, but the main 2 types here in the UK are a repayment or an interest-only mortgage. In an interest-only mortgage, the equity you own and the investment that you actually have in the property is not increasing every month. You are not adding anything to that amount. So if you had initially put down a £20,000 deposit for your property, you own £20,000 of the total value of the property, that is not changing. You are only paying the interest every month. In layman's terms, you're basically just paying a fee to the bank for the fact that they own the rest of your property. Like you're paying a charge, the interest on the amount that they have lent you so that you can live here. With a repayment mortgage, which is a type I have, the splits show how much I am paying on that interest value for the fact that yes, the bank did lend me some money and they do own a portion of this property, but I'm also contributing to my share of the property and decreasing the amount that the bank owns, so therefore the interest is on a less and less and less amount. I knew that the repayment model worked like this, but it just hadn't really dawned on me and I would not have remembered to check if that statement hadn't come. And the lesson here is about the difference that a small amount can make. Because I have a pre-pandemic very nice interest rate of 1.29%, but when I was looking for mortgages in the first place, I was seeing 1.29, 2.4, 3.5, and these all came with obviously other small print along the lines, different product fees, etc. And I was thinking, you know, these are really small differences in the numbers. Like, what's the difference between 1.29 and 3%? But when you see the breakdown of exactly what 1.29% means of the amount that you are borrowing in like cash terms, those small increments between 1.29 and 3.9 are £100. Like every whole number you got is an extra like £100 of your total payment going towards interest rather than repayment. I am due to remortgage in May of next year as I'm on a 2-year fixed rate 1.29% repayment mortgage, which means that at that time or after that point, I already know that my interest rate is going to jump to, I think I was told 3.9 variable. So I'll be shopping around ahead of that time because yeah, there's not one month that can go by where I could be potentially paying like £400 more towards interest and £400 less towards my own investment. Your first home is not your forever home. Not everything from my Pinterest boards of my dream home is possible here. And I don't want to have a flat full of crap because I'm trying to make a house out of a flat. I furnish slowly and there are still many things that I don't have here, or just things that I'm used to having lived in a house with my parents, either just their things or things that are more suited to living in a house that I'm just not gonna have here. And that's fine. Of the things I do choose to have here, as much as this pains me to say, they don't have to be the nicest ones. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely deserve all the finest things in life, but considering this is the first time I'm owning a lot of these things and my tendency to dropping dishes in the sink as I'm washing them, I don't need John Lewis plates and glasses and all of that jazz right now. Invest in your bed, invest in your sofa, invest in your work from home environment if that's how you roll these days. But as a young person in your first home and you're gonna have your friends over all the time, IKEA glasses will absolutely do. Talk to people and accept help from them. Never stop talking about the position that you're truly in. If people ask you how things are going with your new property and you need a plumber right now, something just broke, you don't have a bookshelf, you will be surprised how many people turn around and say, oh, my cousin's a plumber. Oh, I have a bookshelf that I don't need, then you can have it for free. Be open and honest about where you're struggling in either your purchase process or once you moved in, because trust me, there will be struggles in both parts. And you never ever know who is willing and able to help. And lastly, adulting is hard. And this isn't something that you learn solely from buying a property, but once you do, life comes at you real fast. So if you're someone who just bought your own place or you're thinking about it, it's not all easy. If it was so easy, everyone would be doing it, but I found it to be worth it. And once you get into the swing of things, once you get into a routine with your bills, knowing what day the bin goes out, remembering that you'll be doing laundry and cooking for yourself every day until the end of time, I'm sure you'll learn to love it as much as I have. As always, if you have any questions about anything that I've said, or you have questions about something that you think I may know that I haven't even brought up, leave them in the comments box below. I might go and pour out a little celebratory Prosecco 1 year down, another property to go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.